Hey everybody, Danny Maude here. Thanks for joining us. Practice makes permanent. The problem is, if you are permanently practicing the wrong things, you could start to be grooving faults into your game. So if you're often slicing the golf ball or struggling to get strike, what I want you to do is these 3 exercises that will just take you 6 minutes a day. You don't even need to hit loads of golf balls, 6 minutes a day, and you'll start to get a feeling of exactly how the body moves in the backswing and the downswing, how your arms move in the backswing and the downswing, and how you square the club face. Just with these 3 very, very simple exercises that I think you're going to absolutely love. Now, before I get into the video, look, if you're new to the channel, it's one of your first videos of mine, please consider subscribing. Just press that little bell button, next subscribe button, you get notified every time I release a video just like this one. Plus, I'll put a free downloadable practice plan in the description box below, so you'll never have to remember a thing. Great, so what I'm going to give you is 3 drills. All of them, by the way, don't necessarily need a golf ball, but what they're going to do is they're going to train you how to move your body, how to move the arms, and then how to then kind of knit all of that together into one flowing motion. And the reason why I love this is because it'll just take you 6 minutes every single day to kind of get this feel. You can do it on a range, you can do it at home in your garden, doesn't really matter. See, when I was being brought up, I was always taught to kind of hit loads and loads of golf balls. But what they didn't tell me is if I was doing that incorrectly, I could just be grooving in faults into my game. And what I see with so many of my students is if they start slicing the golf ball, they start reacting to the shot, aiming a bit left, introducing a fault, swinging further left, introducing more faults. So that in itself is just making them worse and worse and worse. And they do it unconsciously. So these 3 drills, if you groove them, will give you muscle memory of how to complete the backswing, come into your downswing, and really then we'll finish off with the final one, how you knit it all together. So drill number 1, I actually got from watching the Olympics and actually a heptathlete. First throw, she was struggling to get any real distance out of the shot put. And the reason why the critiques were saying was that all she was doing was using just the torso and her shoulder. The second throw, she gained, I think it was a massive difference, 2 meters extra. And the reason why, she built it from the ground. She pushed from the leg, from her side, and everything lined up from her hip to her chest to her arm to push this shot put out a decent distance. Now, I absolutely love this image because you could do this image just right now at home to kind of almost relate to the backswing and downswing in golf, built from the ground up. I want you to imagine you're holding a shot put in your lead hand and this becomes your backswing. From the ground, I want you to imagine you're going to push that shot put out over here, this way. Now look at this. Can you see how that's naturally going to get the body look to spiral from the bottom up to the top? And then look, you're releasing your arm. That becomes the top of your backswing position. Much greater and a lot easier to kind of do this with an image rather than thinking about all these different movements. On the way down, same principle. Imagine you're holding a shot put in your trail hand. Now from here, look, we're going to throw it where? This way. Suddenly, look what we're doing. We're pushing from the ground, pushing here and through. Very different to what most people are doing when they're here. They're going like this. Okay, or you get handsy and inconsistent. All led from the ground up. Once you start to build these feelings just with simple exercise, just 2 minutes a day, push, push. Now what we're doing is we're kind of start to build this motion in to get that body working, all right? Very, very simple. And also with that, by the way, notice this, it isn't a turn and a turn, because if you were throwing a shot put with a turn and a turn, you would drop the ball. We are pushing up off the ground to give this elevation, just like the swing, because the swing needs to go up and it needs to go down. Step 2, once you've done that drill, get a sense of how the body works, you want to introduce the arms. Then introduce the split hand grip. Take your top hand, put your bottom hand, split the hands a good few inches. Taking your posture position here, basically this is the key bit here. Make sure this trail arm here is pointing directly towards you, and what we're doing is it's facing here, it's not angled forward. Now from here, what you're going to do, all you're going to do with the trail arm is you're going to move that to face the sky, and your lead hand is going to push out. Now all this does is this, look at this. From the ground, just using the shot put, you're going to push off the ground. Now you've got the app, look how this is naturally moving this lead shoulder into position. It's moving the right shoulder, my trail shoulder into position comfortably, and I'm leading it all from that push off the ground here, right? Now why I love this is because it will give you very different feelings to what I see with a lot of golfers. A lot of golfers I'm seeing using their hands here or using their arms. This doesn't really move at all. So again, if you train this exercise, particularly if you slice the golf ball, arms here, over the top, this is a great movement to really encourage this kind of lead side bend here. There we go, now into position, stretching that motion, really feeling it. From here, what we're gonna do again, using the drive from the ground, we're gonna throw the club straight down here. Notice this, where's that pointing towards you? Absolutely, it's not done this, has it? Yeah, so this trail shoulder naturally holds back. So 1, 2, fire it down, okay? So again, you're training the correct motion back and down. From here, what we're gonna do is how do you square the club? You're keeping this forward, we're gonna move the club back into an impact here. Just simply turn it into impact. This section of my arm, I'll show you here, look, is still pointing towards you. It hasn't done this. So let's summarize that exercise. Split hand from the ground up, shot put it behind you, and as you're doing this, the lead hand is pushing away, trail hand is going backwards here, and you're finding the top of your backswing. You simply move it down to there, and then look, you're turning your body here, you're squaring it up. Notice how naturally that would give you compression. There's my body naturally extending out of the way as I shot put the club where again? That's right, up into that position. So repeating that exercise time and time again will give you the sensation. Someone like myself sometimes gets slidey. Well, I will be able to feel that. So now it's just 1, I rotate, look, down, I don't slide. If you come over the top, you'll be able to feel it. It's great training. Third and finally, you want to build and start to kind of get some rhythm with this and get some kind of, I suppose, join it all together. To do that, I want movement, okay? So now you've got these sensations, you want to organize the swing. I find sometimes we get a bit too static. So here's the first thing. I want you to get movement in your backs and put your feet together. Step, like this, step, swing, okay? So you're gonna practice doing a few swings like this. From here, step, swing, that's the backswing, step, swing. And why we're doing this, we're trying to create momentum from the ground up, and then on the downswing, we're gonna do the opposite for a second. We're gonna swing, step, swing. Now I pause there just so you could actually see this, but watch this. 1, stepping, swinging. We're trying to organize a swing. This is what's going to get you in compression. Again, all things you can do in the garden just to kind of feel it. So there's your backswing and downswing, and then what you might want to do is join those together so it looks a bit more like this. 1, 2. 1, 2. And all you're feeling is this shifting pressure. The feet are always leading. 1, 2. And then back to the swing. You start to calm this down. I'm feeling pressure going 1, 2, and that is how you start to organize this swing naturally to get compression and speed and gel it all together. So just in summary, you've got how the body works. Shot put your way to a better movement in the follow through and the backswing. Really gets a great sense of how the backswing and the downswing are led with your torso. Then move into the arm structure here. Get your arms, split the hands. That faces you, it's not rotated in here. All you're doing is you're pushing away with your lead hand, you're allowing your trail hand to kind of almost cock up here and face the sky, and that's all you're doing here is you're building it from the ground. You fire that down, not over, fire it down here. How do you square the club? Not with a roll, with a natural turning of the body, an extension of the body here, look, into impact here. There's your, you feel that motion, and then shot put it all the way up to the sky. Join those things together with some rhythm. So once you've got the feel of that, you can then go, okay, well, how do you might even want to do this. You might want to go here and go 1, 2. You might want to combine the two. Whatever it is, notice that my lower ground is always leading the backswing and the downswing. They're not going together. This isn't leading first, that leads, this follows. This is what it will train you to do, okay? Work on these drills here just for 6 minutes, 2 minutes each is absolutely fine. they will make a huge difference to your golf. So really hope you enjoyed the training. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Maybe share it with one of your friends who you think could do with some simplicity, some exercise they can do maybe at home. That will help. And of course, look, if you're new to the channel, press that subscribe button and the bell so I can see you next week. And there's a free downloadable practice plan in the description box below, so you never have to remember a thing. Hope you enjoy. I'll see you next week.